Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge. Ted, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing so good. My critical thinking radar is on all points bulletin, so I want to share it with everybody. Once again, a big thank you and a salute to people out there sharing the Nightly News with Keith and I, because Keith and I are honored and humbled. We literally genuflect at the altar of we the people. So it's the people's pulse that we dedicate ourselves to represent accurately. And for all your support, it proves that we indeed are representing truth, logic, and common sense of we the people in America very accurately. And we will continue to dedicate ourselves to do so. A big salute to you, Keith, and all your team, because the Nightly News is literally a great source of education and, dare I say, some entertainment for the masses. So God bless the Nightly News team out there.
You know, Ted, we were talking about sovereignty yesterday. I want to talk a little bit about that at the southern border today with you. But before we get there, I want to congratulate Denny Makowski of Pennsylvania, because Denny is the winner of the signed CD, Detroit Muscle. Ted, which, by the way, congratulations. It's selling like hotcakes. People love the brand new Ted Nugent music. And Denny won the album because he went to huntthevote.org, and he signed the pledge, which means, hey, I've had enough. I'm going to go to the polls and I'm going to vote good candidates in over evil. And he used a Patriot code, TNN USA, and we drew him out as a winner today. So congratulations. All right, Ted, let's talk about some more USA sovereignty, which we certainly do not have down at the southern border of America, if there is even a border down there anymore. I don't think there is. I saw an article recently just about the amount of fentanyl that's pouring into the country, the deaths that are associated with it. And some pundit wrote, and I thought it was quite appropriate, if the Biden administration would start counting fentanyl deaths like they count COVID deaths, and they see that it's actually more, that maybe people would start paying a little more attention to the travesty that's going on at the southern border. You're a Texas boy. What's your take down there?
Well, the word travesty approaches accuracy, describing this orchestrated chemical warfare by our own government. Now, those are harsh terms, harsh mostly because they're accurate. The knowing and non-defiant stance of the U.S. government allowing this importation of deadly fentanyl and methamphetamine. It's chemical warfare being waged on Americans, killing Americans by the hundreds of thousands, and it's not a headline. It's not important. Everything is so tipsy-turvy that, once again, the answer to this self-inflicted slaughter of Americans by the known and facilitated importation of deadly fentanyl and methamphetamine across our southern border. There is no southern border. We're literally welcoming invaders in. We're giving invaders baby formula while denying American children baby formula. I could go on, but I do have answers. I work very closely with a great organization created by young Americans called FullCircleProgram.com. Please join me at FullCircleProgram.com, FullCircleProgram.com. Young Americans literally on the warpath against this cultural, spiritual suicide of fentanyl and drug-inflicted deaths. These young people are saving lives left and right. It's a nonprofit charity, FullCircleProgram.com. American kids, early 20s, they're doing what our government won't do. They're literally educating young people not to poison their sacred temple, and that getting high is not victimless crime. We're talking about more deaths from fentanyl and drug abuse and substance abuse than pretty much way more than firearms death, Keith. But right. Nobody's talking about us. So thank God here at the Nightly Nuge, you've brought that up because we care about innocent lives. And when Uncle Sam is orchestrating the invasion of America, and don't anybody try to tell me it's not an orchestrated invasion, when we literally welcome people swimming north across the Rio Grande and then give them a bus ticket to Des Moines. If that's not rewarding invaders, if that's not treason, what would qualify as treason other than welcoming invaders illegally into America? So my friends, join me at huntthevote.org, huntthevote.org. It sounds too simple to be true, but we proved it over and over again. hunternation.org and huntthevote.org. If we who believe in law and order and sovereignty and good over evil and the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Ten Commandments, the Golden Rule, being the best that you can be, if we don't vote as a huge conservative army, the Mexican drug cartel, if they continue to get away with this, it's because we're not fighting back hard enough. Huntthevote.org, there's a lot of information, and hunternation.org. But do not underestimate this new young charity, FullCircleProgram.com. FullCircleProgram.com, they're doing God's work. They're saving lives, Keith.
Ted, well said today. And hey, tomorrow night, I cannot wait. Counting the time down because I can't wait to hear you talk about the behind the scenes and what went on at the Trump rally this past weekend in Texas. Tomorrow night's the night, folks. You won't want to miss tomorrow's edition of the Nightly Nuge.